So today we're going to make cheese with only 2 ingredients, just lemons and milk. And that's it. So first off, we're going to need our ingredients. We're going to need 2 liters of milk, which is approximately 8 cups. And we're going to need 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice. So we're going to do these things. So let's measure out the milk. This is nice because it says 2 liters right on the side, so I don't have to guess. Okay, there's our 2 liters of milk. I have an old-fashioned juicer. Yay! It's probably like 1 lemon, 2 tablespoons. Might have to do more. I think that might be enough. Wait, we don't want to put this in yet. I'm just going to measure it out though. So, half. 1, 2. That's pretty much 1 lemon. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the milk to a boil in this heavy bottom pot. Really great. So I'm going to put this on the stove. I'm going to turn it on high since it has to come to a boil. And then I'm going to pour my milk in there. So we're just going to bring this to a boil, and then as soon as it starts bubbling and rising, then I'm going to pour in the lemon juice. Then I'm going to keep stirring that until things separate. So it's pretty fun. And I'm just going to keep stirring this with my whisk just once in a while till it boils, so that way nothing burns. While that's cooking, I need to get my cheesecloth ready. And I don't know why this is like as big as a bed sheet, but this is the biggest cheesecloth I've ever seen. But I think maybe I guess I'll fold it, because if I cut it, I don't want to get little schnibbers in the cheese. So here's my cheesecloth. Now the milk is starting to boil. And see how it's raising up in the pot? Now I gotta be quick. I'm gonna pour in my, steam. Pour in the lemon juice, and I'm going to stir it again. And yep, there it goes. I can feel it's getting the curds. It's getting a little bit chunky in there. I think I'm going to pour the rest of that lemon juice in here. So get that. Pour it in. And yep, it's starting to separate. You can see the curds starting to separate from the whey. It looks pretty good. I'm just going to continue to heat that. Make sure it separates nice, and then I'm going to pour it in my cheesecloth and let it drain over the sink. So I have my drain and my colander all ready to go. I will just turn my camera. My huge muslin cloth bed sheet. Turned off the heat. This is humongous. Maybe I should, well, I'll just fold it, I guess. You can always reuse it. And maybe, let's see. I'm gonna go this way. I guess like this. I'm gonna remember that Nefertiti and the 10 Commandments. Remember that? Anyway, so I'm going to do that. Okay, here we go. But that's what it looks like. It kind of looks like cottage cheese, but that's all the curds. So I'm gonna let that drain. So I'm gonna run cold water over the top, and that will get rid of any like lemony taste. The lemon's not that bad, but just rinse it off. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up the cheese in the cheesecloth like this. And I'm actually gonna wring that out. It's still kind of hot. So I am now squeezing the whey out of the cheese. It's pretty fun. I feel like I'm doing something so cool. And you can too. Wrap that up really tight. And then I'm just going to let that hang from my spigot for about 20 minutes or so. I'm going to get every last bit out that I can. And now I'm going to just tie this up to the sink. Like the Indian method. Indian housewife. Just like that. And then that's just gonna drip. So there is my cheese hanging, and then it's just gonna drip for, I think I'll leave it for about 20 minutes. So while we're waiting, I'll just tell you a little about this cheese recipe. Actually comes from India, and I'll leave a link below. I got it from Anjum, Anand, and she is an Indian chef and food writer for the BBC. So if you want to go check out her stuff, she has a lot of amazing recipes that she loves to share with the whole world, just about traditional Indian cooking. So I'll leave a link below if you want to check her out. It's the paneer. I like to crumble it over the naan bread, that flat bread, and then put like some fresh cut veggies on top. But I couldn't find naan at the store, so I don't know, I got some time. I think I'll just whip up my own. Okay, so it's been a little over 20 minutes, and now I'm going to take the whole cheesecloth and I'm going to press it. So first I have to get a clean plate out. Just to have a clean plate, and I'll put that down here. And I get my cheese off of the sink. And I'm going to make sure it's tightly, I'm just going to twist it really tight. You can kind of see it right now, it's kind of a ball. And then what you do is you take, like they'll take their kettle that they cook the cheese in because it's big, and then we'll put water in it for extra weight. You want to make sure the bottom's clean, because after all, it's going to go right on top of your cheese. So that's all clean now, and now I'm just going to press it on top of the cheese. Now, because we don't have an actual cheese press, so this is a good idea. And then this is going to get any liquid that's left, this is going to get it out. That liquid's not really, you can kind of see, I see it coming out. Alright, so I'm going to leave that on there for about 30 to 40 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to make my naan, my Indian naan bread. Not naan bread. So I'm going to start that. Okay, it's been over half an hour, 30 to 40 minutes. So our cheese ought to be nice and firm into a nice block. So now is the true test. Let's see what happened to this thing. So now I'm going to open this to see exactly what happened. And we have cheese. That's a really soft cheese. But you can like, it's good. It's really mild. I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna crumble it on top of my naan bread and put like red peppers and cilantro, some nice good Indian ingredients. You can also use this as a ricotta cheese. It's very similar to a ricotta. And this will crumble. You can put it in your lasagna, your manicotti, your stuffed shells, and you can make your own ricotta cheese. So anyway, here it is. It is so cool, and it was really enjoyable to make, and it's not hard at all. And this would be a great project to do with your kids because there's only 2 ingredients, and it's a really mild flavor, so they're not gonna like flip out. So there you have it. We made cheese. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you would like to see how I make naan bread, just click on this link right here and that'll take you how to do that.